Hey guys, what's up? It's me, Juba Gaming, and welcome to a Star Wars Battlefront video. So my last video on this channel was my most anticipated games for 2015, and Star Wars Battlefront was on that list, and now the beta has released, and it's been out for like 2 days. So I thought that I might as well just make a video letting you guys know what I think of the game, what I thought of what I've played so far, and just my overall first impressions of how I'm feeling about it. So Battlefront was a game that I've been really looking forward to. The first two Battlefront games are some of my favorite games of all time. They were probably the biggest games during my childhood that I played the most. Just like Star Wars too, I'm sure most of you guys as well probably grew up watching Star Wars. It was something that I was really into as a child, and then we didn't really get that many Star Wars games for a while. There was the Force Unleashed games, but really nothing that I was super interested in. So now that the Battlefront series is returning after like 10 years, obviously got me really excited. But I wasn't really sure what to expect or if I was even going to like it, just because I'm usually not really that big of a first-person shooter guy or competitive shooters in general. I'm just not really that competitive when it comes to video games and shooter games and everything. It's just not really my thing. It's not really what I prefer. You know, I play Call of Duty every year, or I'll play Halo when it releases, stuff like that. But just as far as getting into just random shooters and playing online, I do enjoy it every once in a while, but I wasn't really sure if this would be something that would hook me and I'd get into it. But I'm enjoying it a lot more than I was expecting I would. I've been really into the game so far. I've played it like 4 or 5 hours of the game. I've reached the max level in the beta, which is like rank 5. The beta is really basic. There's not a lot in it. There's only 3 game modes and 3 maps, and there's really no customization or anything like that. I wasn't really expecting any of that since it's just a beta. But as far as what I've got my hands on and what I've played so far, I have enjoyed for the most part. The first thing that I noticed when I played it was the visuals. I was super impressed, to be honest. I knew it looked good from watching trailers, but when you play the game, I don't think the videos do it justice from watching it on YouTube, but when you actually play it, it looks amazing. It's a really pretty game, probably one of the best looking games that I've ever played. And I'm playing it on console. I'm sure it looks even way better on PC. Same with the audio. It just sounds and feels and looks like Star Wars, like the movies. And that alone, I think, is going to be really awesome for a lot of people. It really feels like you are in this Star Wars universe, on the ground, in these battles and wars and everything. It just has a really epic feel to it. That alone had me entertained and excited for at least the first hour of playing the game. That will obviously eventually wear off, but it is worth it if you're a Star Wars fan, I think, to at least experience this game, just because of what it looks like and sounds like, and just exploring these maps and everything. I think if you're a Star Wars fan, this should be something that you should at least experience. As far as the gameplay of it, it feels more like Call of Duty to me than Battlefield. I haven't really played that many Battlefield games, but from what I can remember, this game is really chaotic. It's really fast. There's a lot of action going on, and I was a little bit concerned that it was going to be really slow because I wasn't sure if it was going to be more like Battlefield or if it was going to have really big open maps with not a lot of action going on. But it's completely not like that. There's always action going on. There's always something going on. There's people everywhere. There's vehicles everywhere. Just a lot of explosions and action and lasers, which is good or bad depending on what you like. If you were hoping this would be more slow pace, take your time kind of game, I don't really know if you would enjoy it. You do also die really fast too. Now, as far as a lot of the problems people have been having, I haven't really looked into it too much or heard a lot of opinions about it, but I do know some people do have problems with a lot of this stuff, or it seems to be pretty mixed. There's people that love it, there's people that hate it. It seems like a lot of people are upset about the Walker Assault game mode, how it's really unbalanced because the rebels always lose. And I do agree with that to some extent. I do think there's going to be people that are upset about that. Even though you can win, it's not impossible. I have won as the rebels plenty of times so far. Even though you do start with a disadvantage, it's a lot harder to win. You do have to have a better team, a team that's focused on playing the objective in order to win. So I know some people aren't going to like those unbalanced game modes. I'm just hoping that the rest of the game is a lot more balanced and there's a lot of variety in terms of the game modes, because that's the only thing we don't really know so far, because this beta doesn't really have a lot in it with how deep the customization is going to be, what all the other game modes are like and all the other maps and everything like that, which I guess we will find out when it releases. I do have my hopes up that this will end up being an overall solid game without a lot of problems, at least that's what I'm hoping. Anyways, this has just been a video of me sharing my quick thoughts on the Battlefront beta, basically just saying that I've been enjoying it a lot so far and I think it plays really well, it looks really good. But there is definitely some problems, like the spawn system's pretty bad. I think their grenades are a little bit overpowered and hard to get away from. And hopefully some of these things will be fixed with the full release. But I just want to hear from you guys. Have you played the beta? Do you think it's good? What are your problems with the game? As always, it's been MeJB Gaming, and I will see you guys in my next video.